Okay, I am going to work on making a fairly quick video on acquiring the Windows 10 media creation tool and then creating media with that tool onto a flash drive, opening up Google, and a secondary machine. So this will be the one that you can't get into. The scenario that I have here is someone is trying to factory reset a machine that they accidentally assigned the wrong email to on a Windows 10 machine, and now they can't sign into it. So apparently they can't get into the F8 menu in order to factory reset it there. So I'm just creating this video to kind of encompass that process of getting the tool, creating the drive, and then going about it this way. So in Google, we're going to do Windows Media, just media creation tool. Come right up here to Microsoft's fancy website. So you got a couple of options. This will update your actual system. That's not what we want to do because you're doing this on a second machine. I'm going to come down to the second option, download tool. Click save. We're going to go, I don't need to dump that on the server. Go to desktop, just save. Yeah, so we're just going to save that on the desktop. Hopefully that will put it back on my main display. There we go. Okay, so this is a tool we're going to need. Let me grab a flash drive. I don't know how big any of these are now that I'm looking at them. This should be big enough. Okay, so then what you're going to have to do, take your flash drive. Don't knock everything over on your desk. And over on my second monitor, I'm going to check what's actually on there, because that is a bunch of stuff for work, so that is perfectly fine. So I'm going to do a quick format on this, not really relevant to what you're doing, but as I'm plugging this in, this will be drive D. Yeah, because this is an 8 gig flash drive. Okay, so if we run, so I just plugged in the flash drive. So this will come up. Let me give this a second. Now this will take a moment because it's reaching out to Microsoft and whatnot. Here is a end user license agreement. You're entering into a contract with Microsoft by using this tool. I advise you to, for legal reasons, read it. No one ever does, so I'm just clicking accept. So it's going to gather a little bit of information. So this tool here will only create a home or a pro version. It won't do an end variant. It won't do a pro variant. It won't do an enterprise variant. But the general home and pro that you can get, because it's more for like a general Johnny homeowner type accessibility, or an environment where they're actually using just the pro. Okay, so first option, upgrade this PC now. Again, bear in mind that this would be under the theory that we are using a secondary machine to create this media to then repair a first. So we don't want to do that. Create installation media, USB flash drive, which is what we plugged in, a DVD, so you could create DVD media for another PC. So that's what we want. So we're going to choose that, hit next, language, if you're watching this video, it's probably English. Edition, Windows 10 is the only option there. I would advise you to just do the Windows 10, or 64-bit. There are very few circumstances in which case you need to do 32. Even if you have a lower amount of RAM, say on the recommended scale, 64-bit would offer a little more capability, future functionality, say you got that memory. But in this instance, we're just going to do a 64-bit version. So we can spit it out as a flash drive, or a USB file, or an ISO file, which is a file version of a CD. That will give you the capability of using a network boot capability in order to boot this ISO and then do an install. You could then use it to write to a flash drive. You could burn it to a disk. But this tool actually has the capability of writing to a flash drive directly. It says you need at least 8 gigs, so make sure your flash drive is at least 8 gigs. Okay, so we're going to do next. So drive D, apparently it detects that that's the only applicable one. It's the one I want, so I'm not even going to argue with it. We're going to go next. So it's going to download all of the files. This can take a little bit on an average internet connection. Mine is a little bit faster, so this will be a little bit quicker.